Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Miriam Lewis, Chief Inclusion Officer at Nasdaq-listed Principal Financial Group, to discuss the diversity and inclusion efforts the company is focusing on for 2021 and beyond. Miriam, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you, Jill. It's great to be here.
Explain to the audience how Principal is taking action by committing to equality, diversity, and inclusion.
Thank you, Jill. Principal has a long history of being, I would say, a foundation of diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's really a unique story. It predates me and predates even our CEO, who's been around for 36 years, I believe. It started with the hiring of a female nearly 50 years ago into our executive ranks. And also our board has been diverse for nearly 50 years as well, with a female sitting there. And then the last point I would offer around this is that we've had ethnic diversity on our board for more than 20 years. So diversity, equity, and inclusion is not new at Principal. It's basically a continuation of the work. So now I get to make sure that we continue the work, because it is vital to our continued success. We are refreshed our diversity and equity and inclusion strategy. And we have programs such as unconscious bias training that we've rolled out to our employees. We've also rolled out a global mentoring program to help our employees build relationships and also contribute more to business results.
How does Principal embrace cross-cultural collaboration and celebrate those differences?
Yeah, so cross-cultural collaborations has been one of Principal's, I would say, cornerstones through our employee resource groups. And allies have always been a central point to our resource groups as well. So through those groups, we have quite a bit of sharing that takes place. Also, I would add that with our employee base, through relationship building, through the mentoring program that I mentioned a moment ago, we're cultivating relationships. We're absolutely, people are getting to know people that they wouldn't normally know around the globe through our mentoring program. And with the cross-cultural relationships and the way that our employees are able to engage with one another, and also, as you know, with a mentoring program, it is also a pathway to a sponsorship program. So through those programs, employees are able to have their voices heard and really contribute to the organization.
Do you think that diversity of thought leads to better outcomes?
It absolutely does. Diversity of thought, people come from all different backgrounds and experiences. And in order for companies to get that diversity of thought, we have to hire and also recruit and attract and retain employees. What that does for us is that, of course, everything starts with a single idea by leveraging our employees. So it leads to better outcomes, not just for our employees, but also for our customers as well as our communities.
And investing isn't just about money. How is Principal giving back to the communities it serves with purpose?
Yeah, so our purpose is about making sure that ensuring financial security for all. And we do that through volunteering, more focused volunteering in our sweet spot in the financial services area. So what I would offer to you basically is that our employees last year volunteered more than 56,000 hours. That's the equivalent, Jill, of having 27 extra employees that are doing volunteer work. So that's a really big effort for us. And those are just the recorded hours, whereas we believe that, more hours were given in that space. So we volunteered by making financial literacy kits. We supported Jobs for America's graduates with an intern program for high schoolers, juniors, and seniors. And we did this even during COVID. We were actually recognized for being one of the first companies within that program to stand up a virtual internship program for high schoolers. and we really focused on making sure that they had financial literacy, help them with resume building, as well as with interviewing skills. So we believe that giving back is definitely beyond funds, but it's really about building the generations and the generations to come.
Yeah, all of that work is really quite remarkable. Miriam, thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you.